What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Drive Time with the Gents. It is Friday. That means that it's Fit Friday, and there's a free workout up at the website. I will link down to that below, and all the links will be there for you. So if you're so inclined, go down, hit it up, and get your workout on. All the workouts that we post are pretty much workouts that you could do at home. I don't actually go to the gym myself anymore because I found out that I was allergic to it. Every time I went in and hit the iron, I walked out all swole, so I gotta stay away from it. Anyways, yeah, so this week's been a challenging week for us, for me, more mentally than anything else. I'm not sure how many people have actually, taken the path that I've taken in life, but it hasn't been kind of straightforward. I was having a conversation with somebody earlier this week about, kind of the timeline of my life, starting out, in grade school. I was that kid that always got picked on, until about 8th grade when I started fighting back, and found that through fighting back, that's made people quote unquote like me, and that acting out and all of those things kind of was a way for me to protect myself. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's just the decision that I made and who I became. Later in life, I kind of picked up on apathy and just kind of turning that angst and the anger that I had back inside, and shutting out the rest of the world, and even in recent history still doing that with people that are closest to me. And it's interesting because there's really two reactions that we can have in life. One is to lash out at the world and fight back or become the aggressor, and the other way is internal and become either apathetic or find yourself in a state of like self-harm, where you're constantly going after yourself with either negative mental attitudes or physically coming after yourself, cutting, whatever it might be. Neither of those are positive in and of itself. They're not the right way to react to situations that are going on. It's not healthy, and the people around you are going to be the ones that suffer. So I've been working a lot on kind of overcoming that and finding a better alternative to dealing with not only my past and the things that I've been through, but also the present and the challenges that I go through on a daily basis, and not becoming self-absorbed or self-harmful, and not lashing out and going straight to just a level 10 anger, which is kind of my default reaction to things. Not there yet, but definitely something that I'm working on, and you might find yourself working on that too. There's been a couple things that have been really helpful for me as I kind of work through that. Probably the number one thing that's been helpful for me is just meditation. As quirky as it sounds, just being present for a couple of minutes every day and envisioning who I want to be, where I want to go, and finding a place of forgiveness for people that have either rubbed me the wrong way or just are stuck in my psyche for whatever reason. I walk out of that with a much higher sense of peace, and I'm able to kind of handle more of the challenges on a daily basis. We got a couple of articles on meditation or just mindfulness, so I'll link to those below so you can check those out if you kind of want to get started. There's a good app, and there's also a couple YouTube videos by a company called Omvana. It's a 6-phase meditation, really easy to follow. But really, I think that it's interesting because as I find myself kind of lashing out or going to that level 10, a lot of times it's with my kids, and just reacting the wrong way to the stressors that they have on my life, or the fact that the little minor things that they're going through are really nothing in the grand scope of things. I've been homeless for extended periods of time, living in abandoned cars in the middle of the winter in New York, and just really bad situations. So, you know, they're complaining about a broken pencil and how much homework they have to do and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, you know, what the hell are you thinking? Like, you don't even know what life's about. It's not the right way to go about it, right? The comment that was made to me, you know, the person I was talking to about this earlier in the week was, what's a splinter to one person is like life-threatening to somebody else, right? It's perspective. And although the only person that can be resilient in life is a person who's been through hardships, we also have to remember that there's a certain perspective that other people are coming at it with, and it's not going to be the same as ours because we're carrying our own life experience into it. And that broken pencil, that, you know, massive amount of homework, or the, you know, person who said something to them the wrong way and, you know, they're really worked up about it, could be the worst thing that happened to them that day, or, you know, it may be the worst experience of their life so far. And rather than minimizing that and talking down to them in that situation, you know, it's a good opportunity for us to help them see the value in that and understand how they can move past it and get something out of it, right? Am I there yet? Hell no. I'm definitely not. There's no way. But understanding that now allows me to have those conversations in a much healthier manner, and allows me to kind of minimize my response, you know, in the face of their adversity, in the way that they're acting. And, you know, I think that's going to be a really good thing. So if you find yourself kind of overreacting to your kids, to people around you, and, you know, maybe part of that is the life experience that person has or has had, you know, it might be helpful to remember that that person's coming at things from a totally different perspective than you, in a totally different place than you. And you can take that opportunity and you can help that person, realizing that your life and your experience is valuable, and so are theirs. You know, and it's an opportunity for growth regardless of what it is. There's nothing too big or too small. You know, it's all in the mind of the beholder. And, you know, stepping into that person's shoes is extremely useful in helping that person to grow. So that's all I got. I hope that you're finding this useful. If you do, like it, subscribe, pass it on to some friends, let them know what's going on. We did start earlier this week a DIY series. Next week I'm going to put one up on how to tie a tie, because I noticed a lot of people, at least where I work, have no idea what the hell they're doing. You know, for some reason I don't think that you know, even Walmart sells belts because their pants are down around their waist, but whatever, we'll start with a tie and go from there. So if you dig it, pass it on, and appreciate it, man. Have a good one.